All right, all right. Welcome back. This is Brian Johnson, and I'm with Canopy Management, and this is the Under the Canopy podcast. This episode, of course, the monthly one that I do here is regarding the month in review as far as what has changed on the Amazon advertising platforms, both the native PPC platforms as well as Amazon's DSP enterprise platform. Let's go ahead and get started. All right, so first of all, let's go ahead and jump in here with sponsored products. Both sponsored products and sponsored brands. Actually, let me go ahead and zoom this in a little bit here so you can see it a little bit better, right? So sponsored products and sponsored brand has added in some new localization features that allow you to translate your ads under Amazon's translation, of course, which is, you want to take that with a grain of salt. Obviously, you want to be trying to locate. The preferable method on this is to locate a native speaker who resides in the country, the marketplace that you're advertising to, that you're marketing to, and do a proper translation, taking into consideration local culture and understanding of the language and the words being used. That is always the best practice. Fairly easy to do with, Upwork and Fiverr and some of the, the kind of VA services. Try to find somebody who's bilingual in both that native language that you're targeting, as well as, of course, living there and understands the culture. But in the meantime, Amazon has introduced some language translation features, such as what I'm showing here, as far as translate these keywords that I'm trying to advertise to the local language. You may or may not have some great success because Amazon is not known for their language translations capabilities. However, they have added this into both the sponsored product ads as well as the sponsored brand ad campaigns. So check that out if that is a good kind of a band-aid temporarily until you do it properly with a native translator. Now, over in sponsored display ads, Amazon has introduced audience expansion. In other words, they've expanded their custom look back window. So previously it was, I think it was like 30 days, for instance. They've opened that back up to 90 days, which actually helps quite a bit. It's not quite as long as what you can do in DSP, in the demand side platform, of course, but it is a good first start. Usually we get the features that start out in the DSP platform and they get trickled down to sponsored display. So we get some of the crumbs that come around now and then, just kind of like keep us, using the platform, using the ad type. But in the sponsored display campaigns, what this allows you to do is if you are retargeting an audience, you've got a longer range that you can look back and say, okay, this person has some kind of interaction either with my product or my competitor's product or a previous product that I sold up to 90 days ago. So it's a longer duration. So that allows you to reach back a little bit further, which is probably a good thing right now. Amazon was pretty smart about introducing this in December because now is actually the time to use it. In January, when people were looking and the traffic was high in November and December, now is when you want to set up these kind of sponsored display ads that look back to the peak holiday season and say, hey, you know what? Now that you've done all your shopping and you've gone broke and now you've gotten some money back because you got paid again, maybe consider coming back out and getting that one product that you missed. So it's a gift item. So we'll have to test that one out. Now, on Amazon's demand side platform, I highly encourage you, if you're running, I would say doing at least, let's go ahead and just kind of set an arbitrary number of 50,000 a month in total sales on Amazon. You really should be taking a look to see what Amazon's demand side platform or DSP ad platform offers you. I would not, however, have Amazon do it. Go with an agency or a consultant that has an established process, that has an established track record. Obviously, I'm biased. I'm going to tell you, contact our team over at canopymanagement.com because we have a phenomenal track record when it comes to Amazon DSP advertising for some of the off Amazon advertising. It's both on and off Amazon, but primarily the biggest effect that we see is raising up sales, probably a good 20 to 30% in addition to what you can do just on Amazon itself, including the Amazon PPC platform. But what Amazon has done here, of course, this is for those of you who are using DSP or should be, Amazon has once again expanded their their creative capabilities. Think of it kind of like sponsored DSP is kind of like sponsored display ads on steroids, or I should say, probably more accurately, sponsored display ads are the ugly stepchild of DSP. DSP is really, where you're going to get some of the power. But what they've done here is, for those of you who are familiar with DSP, what they have as far as the REC, or responsive e-commerce creative, they've expanded the number of characters that we can include in ads that include customer reviews in the text of the ad copy, which is kind of cool, because especially if you've got a longer explanation that really highlights the benefits that the shopper got out of your product, it is great to be able to advertise that. 116 characters, I think, is still too limited for what I would want to do, but it is certainly, if you're going to throw it up onto an ad, 116 is probably what somebody's going to consume quickly. So it's kind of a balance between what I teach as far as like keep it within a 5-second focus, and how much do I want to be able to share with the shoppers as far as what is awesome about my particular product. A side thing off of, as far as Amazon ad platform, had something new here today, and that is the Amazon from an Amazon marketing new releases. Amazon Experiments has increased their A/B split testing again to now. I went ahead and put in the wrong graphic on this. I apologize, but what they've done is they're now allowing us to not simply just test at the parent level of an ASIN, but also the child level of an ASIN, which is fantastic because it gives us more granular testing. I'll have to fix this slide and just ignore that stuff down at the bottom, because obviously that is for the language translation I talked about earlier. But if you're not currently using Amazon Experiments, assuming you're brand registered, please tell me you're brand registered, right? Put in the comments, say brand registered if you are. But if you are brand registered, tell me also in the comments, are you using Amazon Experiments? Are you doing the A/B split testing for either your main image or your title or your A+ content? Without a doubt, I would highly recommend, this is something I strongly encourage you to do this year, and that is be doing A/B split testing continuously for your image, A/B split testing continuously for your title. A+ content, kind of a bonus if you get a chance to work on that. There's a lot of subtleties to that, but what we're trying to do with the main image and the title is we're trying to increase engagement, the visibility, the click-through to a product listing, which is going to increase the sessions to your product, and of course the conversion rate. We want to hook the right audience, not simply just stand out. So it's you've got to have both. You've got to stand out from your competition, and you need to hook the shopper and really let them know, here's the benefits of this product, here's what it's going to do for you. Convince them essentially that this is the product to purchase, and that's going to increase the conversion rate. But you should be doing a year-round A/B split testing. Never stop. This is not a one and done thing. This is a continuous operation where you're doing A, B, C, D, E, F, all the way, alphabet, A to Z. So definitely start doing that. If you've got questions on that, be sure and let me know in the comments. I'll go into more depth. I can certainly point you to other videos that I've done, as well as kind of go into more detail about Amazon Experiments and some of the tactics that we use over at Canopy in order to win more and gain more market share for the products that our clients have. If you are interested in having that conversation, obviously we're into a brand new year here in 2022, January of 2022. It's amazing we've got here. And of course, as many of you know, is this, we're definitely not done with COVID, so there's going to be some oscillation back and forth between retail and e-commerce. But for those of you who know that you barely got through Q4, and you really should be looking to upgrade your agency, go for a higher level of service, and certainly the higher level of results. Certainly, we have a track record. These are the track records, metrics that we have from 2021. I just heard this morning, I haven't updated this slide either. Man, I'm slacking. That we have even better numbers as far as our entire client base, as far as the performance that we've been able to deliver throughout 2021. And so I'll get this one updated and you can see even better results. But in the meantime, you definitely want to have that conversation. If you are certainly, if you're doing at least $30,000 a month in sales on Amazon, have that conversation. We can probably see if it's a good fit. You can go out to bit.ly. You can see the link right here, bit.ly/grow Amazon, or simply just come straight out to canopymanagement.com. We can certainly have that conversation. There's no risk or obligation, of course, for that conversation. We just want to see, is it a good fit? Can we actually help you? And we'll actually tell you, here's where your strengths and weaknesses are, and here's how we can help you if you choose to move forward. Obviously, it's a business decision if you want to continue to move forward. For those of you who are below 30,000, I've got some great news for you. Is we are working on some new programs. As you know, Canopy Management and my team, we are innovators in the space. We've created software, we've created courses, we've created agency. We have advanced tactics that we use in marketing and advertising on Amazon. And of course, one of the things that we're now innovating on is our ability to support some of the smaller brands. And I want to say smaller, anything under $30,000. Now, for many of you, that's probably not small, right? That's actually a great, a great couple of first years, but we want to see you get bigger than that. We want to get you up to 6 figures, all the way up to 7 figures. We certainly have clients much bigger than that, but at the same time, we want to see you succeed, because obviously if you succeed, then we look even better because our metrics go up, right? So that's part of the reason why our metrics keep on going up year over year. Anyway, enough of that. My name is Brian Johnson. Thank you for listening and watching Under the Canopy podcast from Canopy Management. I'll talk to you soon. Have a great 2022.